Howdy guys, today I want to help you understand the importance of running world-class open for inspections if you want to get the best price for your property. And to help you out, I've jotted down my top 10 tips. The first tip is that you really need to consider the time of the day that you'll be running your open for inspection. You want to avoid things like school letting out where you can't get a car park, peak hour traffic, the time of day when all of the planes take off if you're near the airport. Just thinking about the time of the day is really going to help you open for inspection. The second tip is invite the neighbours to come to the open for inspection. Having a busy open never hurt any seller, and it's going to flood the home with people that live locally and love it, and they're going to be speaking really favourably about the street and the neighbourhood. Third tip is arrive early. If you don't arrive to an open inspection early enough, you're not going to have time to activate the heating or the cooling, to climatise the house. You're not going to have time to set up your brochures and displays before you get flooded with buyers. The fourth tip is don't get lazy about putting out lots of open for inspection boards. It might only be passers-by that pull in off of the main road to have a look, but again, busy opens never hurt anybody, and you might be surprised that you might snare a buyer that was looking in that area. 5, put a doormat at the threshold of the property, particularly on a rainy day, because scores of people walking through a property with wet feet is going to ruin the presentation and leave a messy job for the seller. 6, don't forget to take a Bluetooth speaker so you can play some background music. Background music not only allows you to help a buyer with that glamoured emotional state, but it also washes away any background noise from the neighbourhood. 7, it's really important that you have high quality brochures. Brochures are what people take away with them when they leave the open for inspection, and often your brochure will end up on the coffee table that night alongside the brochures for competing properties. 8, I love to take a scented candle. The smell of a burning scented candle and open for inspection is just attacking another one of the senses that's going to be playing into the buyer's decision making. 9, I like to always offer something complimentary. Sometimes it's water, sometimes it's mints, sometimes it's coffee, but that sort of theatre tells the market that the agent and the agency is excited about this listing. Have you ever been to a property and noticed that an agent has all of his bits and pieces out and all the complimentary goodies? You take away the feeling that they're excited about the listing, which tells you they think it's hot stock. Sometimes when a property's been on the market for a little while, you'll notice the agent doesn't bother putting out the complimentary water anymore, the mints have disappeared, they're not arriving early anymore, and they look a little bit jaded about the listing. And when that happens, buyers will start to ask how long's the listing been on the market, because they're trying to calculate how much they can discount their offer by. And finally, give concise feedback to the seller straight after the open for inspection. The agent might know what went on there, but the seller is going to be uber keen to hear how many people came, what questions they had, and it's really good form to get in touch with the seller as soon as possible after the open so they've got that immediate feedback. So they're my top 10 tips for running a world-class open for inspection. I hope they help.